What is up, everybody? How we doing today? My name is Joe, aka Cool Runnings. How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, Jay Corsair, Chris Vipaka, Salt Pepper Tofu, Sirely Quad. Enjoy your first. Acro, hello. Hello, Jordan T. Robinson. How we doing? How the hell are you? Who's ringing me up right now? It's the close friend. All ready for the winter? Yeah. I mean, I always look like this at the start of my workouts. This is one thing with looking back at all of my VODs and YouTubes is that I always start with a bunch of layers, so it's hard to tell. Hard to tell. Jay, thank you for the resub. Happy Friday. 6 months, baby. Let's go. Let's go. And Lars, we'll get that ab check in just a moment. I will absolutely do that ab check for you. Thank you for spending them points. I wonder, how are you doing today? Welcome in. I'm doing all right, Jordan. You know what? We're doing the best we can right now. Right now, we're doing the best we can. Okay, Jordan. I miss my old wrestling warm-ups. We had like there were our school colors, and they were like the windbreaker like nylon material that in the moment they felt awful. And they didn't feel like they looked good, but nowadays, looking back, if they still have those, that is considered drip nowadays, frankly. All right, we'll do the little ab check here right off the bat. You know, we're not warmed up or anything. Not that it really matters that much, but there you go, Lars. We'll be getting all warmed up and ready to go. Welcome in, Dan. Good morning. Good morning. You blew my phone up today. I was like trying to make coffee and it just started going absolutely apeshit. I was like, what is happening? Oh my gosh, who's dying? And it was memes. Hey everyone, let's do this quick workout breakdown before we get too much into it. We are on our bulk routine. Dan, it's okay. You don't need to apologize. If it bothered me, I would have let you know. We are on our bulk routine, and we're continuing on our 4-day upper lower split. Yesterday, we did some speed work. So we got out to the track, and we did a bunch of laps, 400-meter repeats, 6 of them to be exact. A little faster than our 5K pace, desired 5K pace. And today, we're getting back in the gym. We're going to do some heavy-ish barbell squats, some sumo deadlifting, trying to get back into the routine of doing those and getting better form. So we're going to be working on form and going a little bit higher volume on those. Deficit reverse lunges are going to be to target a little bit of the adductors and the quads. And then we will do some alternating dumbbell curls and tricep kickbacks, preferably in a superset, depending on how things are going. And then we're going to do some abs and we'll close things up. Maybe do some posing if we have time, but I got to get back to work at some point today. That's pretty much it. So if you have any questions about what it is we're doing, why it is we're doing it, why the velocity of a sub-Saharan species of sparrow is different than the velocity of the North American Midwestern robin, you can ask those questions. I may not have answers to all of them, but if it's related to exercise, I probably do. So let's get into it. Let's warm up. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, cook. Breakfast. Yeah, 6 p.m. breakfast is great. Dan, we'll see you soon. Cook, welcome in. Evie has abandoned her bed, so we're going to move that. Welcome in, gang. Welcome to our friends. Actually, we're going to be doing some toe yoga, but before we do toe yoga, let's do the other kinds of warm-ups, because I want my body to be a little bit warmer before I take off my shoes. If anyone is here for foot content, congratulations. If you're not here for foot content, you're going to get a little bit of it. And I'll tell you what. Gym journey goals to not look like the North American house hippo. You know what? Bodies come in all shapes and sizes. Our lives come in seasons. Sometimes those seasons are longer than others. And if you have a season where your body is not reflecting what you want it to look like, that's okay. You got a lot of time to... Damn it. Hang on. My watch just... Ay, ay, ay. But, you know, it's really funny because they actually just... I just read an article this morning about a committee report on ultra-processed foods. And I'm pretty sure it's going to start the next Instagram culture war around whether or not someone should just, like, fucking eat a bag of chips from time to time if they want a bag of chips. You know? Knox, welcome in. How are you doing? Good to see you. Question about shoes. What are your recommendations on shoes for lifting and running? Assuming you need different shoes for different exercises. Yeah, so that's a great question, Jordan. I would definitely recommend getting different shoes for each. Weightlifting shoes, and this is, you know, this is really, it's a little context dependent, because most of the time, if you are just doing like light weightlifting, and by light weightlifting, I mean not doing a lot of things that like load the spine or where you have to really kind of ground your feet effectively to do a lift. So, you know, it is a little bit of an arbitrary line, but if you find that your lifting is getting a little bit on the heavier side, it can be beneficial to get yourself some weightlifting shoes or just like trainer shoes, like tennis shoes or like flat soles that don't have a ton of drop to them. Honestly, Jordan, I think that that's great. Yeah. So as soon as I get this part of the warm-up done, I'll walk you through like 3 different pairs of shoes that I own and what I use them for. Ugh. And maybe that'll be helpful for other folks as well. Oh, man. I get really nervous about how my heel feels when I go down a little too fast on my inchworms. Big tall up. We're going to walk back over here. Turn around and do it again. Turn that around. Do it again. Oh, yeah. Beauty. And slowly walking it down. Lower to the floor. Press up through the serratus. And walk this back up. Boy, howdy. What's going on with my booty? Oh, Dan, it's okay. Like I said, hey, listen to me. If something you're doing is bothering me, I will tell you. Take this very seriously. Anyone here? Just as much as, like, you should kind of be open to the idea that you should change your behavior and, like, try to catch cues from people, it is just as much on other people. All right? I appreciate the apology, but I got some good memes this morning. Sometimes you gotta be assertively nice. Assertively nice means telling people it's okay. Whew. Title. Welcome in, Raven. Bigger car, so I'm no longer having to cram into a sedan. Going south to have a fun weekend. Word. Yeah, no, it's good. I'm sorry that you're so exhausted, Knox. I'm feeling okay. Like the news this week has not helped, I would say, but we're doing what we can. We're doing what we can. Ray, welcome in. Fundraiser was great. We raised $815 for Rainbow Railroad, which I'm super stoked about. We move forward. That's all we can do. That's truly all we can do. All right, I want to talk about shoes a second. Hang on. I'll just use 2 pairs of shoes to illustrate. So, Remad, welcome in. So the big thing with running shoes is that it is, if you are someone who's going to do a lot of running, and by a lot of running, I'm just going to attach a very I'm gonna attach a very arbitrary line of if you are running more than like six to 10 miles a week, and that means that you're not just getting out and doing like a mile or 2 miles like a couple of times a week. If you're doing that, like you can get away with not spending a lot of money on running shoes. Straight up. Like you can get yourself a pair of New Balances, a pair of Nikes off the shelf. Will they be amazing as far as support goes? Not necessarily, but they will be good enough if running is not something that you're super serious about. Now, if you have existing issues with like foot, ankle, if you have gait issues, if you have had pain when running in the past, and you're looking to just address that, it might be good to look into some more expensive running shoes. Now, to pick those running shoes can be really helpful if you're willing to spend a little bit more to go to a local running shop where someone can give you a like evaluation or answer questions for you about what kind of shoe would be best for you, because everybody has a style to their running. Everybody's body operates a little bit differently. Now I have the Brooks Glycerin. Now these are a running shoe that is a neutral support shoe. What that means is that it does not accommodate for when people run. What we tend to think is that everyone should kind of just like drip along like normal, right? We're all gonna strike on the big part of our foot, that midfoot. We're all gonna kind of scoot along, right? What is more often the case is some people will overpronate, which means when they run, they'll kind of like turn their ankles inward. I'll talk about this more in a little bit, right? Or if you're heavy, that's another good consideration. Uh, Sometimes people have a little bit of that overpronation, which means that when they run, they'll like turn and roll off the inside of the foot, right? It's kind of hard to do like I'm flying an airplane at your face. Some people underpronate. So when they run, they'll step outward and their feet will roll out and inward. Sometimes you can tell what someone's running style is by looking at the bottom of their shoes. So for me, you can tell that I'm a little bit of an underpronator because of the fact that I have a little more wear and tear on the outside of my shoes. So when I run, I am usually like landing on the outside and rolling inward slightly. So that's underpronation. Your feet will always naturally pronate. They will always naturally kind of sit in this neutral position for the most part until they move. But overpronation or underpronation, you could seek out other shoes that could benefit you in getting through some of like accommodating that style a little bit. Now, the other thing about over and under pronation is that it can be addressed with strength training. So I'm someone who's trying to address my under pronation with strength training by strengthening up my adductors, by strengthening up my glutes so that my body has a more neutral stance, right? So a running shoe is going to be a little bit more supportive. It's going to accommodate those different styles. And straight up, like the sole is going to be a little bit thicker to accommodate you just like thump, 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 thump. Because if you think about running, you're just jumping over and over again on one foot or another. So shoes, running shoes that are made by running shoe companies are going to accommodate that a little bit more with their design. The other thing is that it's going to have a bit of drop. So there are zero drop running shoes. They do exist. And if you're going to use zero drop running shoes, you should talk to someone at a running store before going into it. But that would include like the barefoot shoes with like the little toes and all that. But there is a slight drop, usually somewhere between 5 to 20 millimeters from where the inside of that sole drops down to the other part of the shoe. So that's a running shoe. Now, these are my lifting shoes. They're flat. They're flat. Lifting shoes, basically like tennis shoes or street shoes, like really they don't give too much of a shit about what happens to your feet. I have some street shoes. It's a brand called Kuru that I got after wifey got some shoes that she really liked. Those shoes are those are a little bit more heel cup support. There's a little bit of a little bit of a drop to accommodate some support. But yeah. So I know that's probably more than you asked for, but to the question of should I get running shoes if I'm going to run? The answer is yes. The extent to which you need to seek out the perfect shoe and spend extra money really depends on your training history, your injury history, and like how serious you want to get about running. Because I'm of the opinion that anyone can be a serious runner. Like you could be a serious runner if you're running 6 miles a week, and you may not need to spend a lot of money to invest in that for yourself. So Should be sprinting and skipping. Well, sprinting is a different thing too. Also, Terrible Hime, welcome in, welcome in. Knox, I'm glad to hear you're getting a gym membership though. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's great. Do you wanna are you gonna do like three days a week, 4 days a week? What's the vibe? Yeah, Dan, I'm gonna slightly pick on Dan because Dan was trying to use a Dan was using a zero drop shoe for a while. Which again are they're great. I'm just gonna say zero drop shoes can be great. If that is something that you can accommodate with your bodily needs. No, I mean, yeah. Hey man, you're gonna tell your story better than I do. Oh, thank you, Lars. That's kind of you. Harvey, if I remember what Harvey looks like. The mustache is gonna go away for a while. That is one thing I will note. If anyone is hoping for mustache times, I kind of want to let my beard grow for a little bit. So we're gonna do some toe yoga because I keep skipping it if I'm left to my own devices. Whew! Thank you for the shout for Terrible Hime. But Terrible Hime does do more streaming on YouTube. So if you would like to check out how knowledgeable she is and how yoked she is, you should check her out on YouTube. That is my suggestion. All right, I'm going to pull up Chatson so I can chat with y'all. I'm over here doing this. Oh. Schedule will be gym Friday and Sunday. The goal of doing yoga at home at least once during my work week. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go baby faced. So we're gonna start off toe yoga. There are so many different ways to do toe yoga, and I am still like pretty underdeveloped with my toe yoga. So we're gonna start off by doing some just like toe spreads. Basically, just trying to get toes further apart from each other and then rest. And then toes further apart from each other, and then rest. Ugh. Yeah, it's okay, Ray. I've talked to Chris about this, and she's here for the hangs, and I really appreciate it because she always says something like very productive to contribute to a lot of these conversations, and has a lot of experience, and was also just like here during the whole partner push, and I'm really appreciative of that. I don't know if I've ever expressed that. More interested about strength training for running, general support now. No, it's okay, Jordan. Like, so in general, if you are someone who is trying to primarily be a runner and wants to just like support your running with some strength training, the minimum is just like 1 day a week of some form of strength training, and in my opinion, incorporating at least one single leg strength movement as a part of that. If there's more, like more balance based or core based movements that incorporate single leg training, but there should be something like a lunge or a split squat or something else that just helps to kind of balance out the natural. Okay, I'm gonna sort of dial in on this for a second. So if you are ever trying to do toe yoga and you can't move something, like just because your toe muscles just won't do it, it's okay to kind of like hold down some of your toes. I'm gonna press that down in. I'm gonna hold it up. Woo! Never knew toe yoga was a thing. So the funny thing about your toes is that they are not a problem until they become a problem. And I found this year as I've been trying to work through some physical therapy related things, that like if you were to take off if you're just like right now, like take off your shoes and try to move each of your toes independently, or just like even like your big toe independently from your 4 tiny toes, the human foot, a healthy human foot can accommodate all of that movement, right? Like your toes should not be like you know, they don't have as many appendages as your fingers, but you should be able to like move it up, move your big toe in, move your big toe out, move it kind of up and over or like under your little toes. And speaking from personal experience, and I think what a lot of people experience, is we're typically just not able to do that. And, you know, for the most part, that's totally fine unless you are doing a lot of athletic activities where your feet are the basis of your movement, right? So that entire kinetic chain starts with your feet. So if you have tight feet, if you have weak feet, sometimes like entire like back problems can be like start with your toes. So this is, I'm not a doctor, right? And keep that in mind. But I do know a little bit about the foot and ankle complex and how all of those different muscles can interact with one another. Whew. And like how empowering it can be to watch your toes progress from like being able to move, not being able to move at all, to having some form of movement. Wiggle your big toe. I mean, that's it though. Good morning, Wingnut. Welcome in, dude. How you been? Did you get it in today? You been crushing it on the gram. All right, so we wiggled our toes a little bit, so now we're gonna get into some hip warm-ups too. Paul! Welcome in, Paul. How are you doing, buddy? Do you wear toe spacers in your shoes? I don't wear toe spacers in my shoes. I have been starting to wear toe spacers once per day for like 20 to 25 minutes. And it's wild to me like how my daily exercise impacts how it feels to wear toe spacers. It is so strange. Like if I have days that are a little more intense and I throw those bad boys on and just like sit with them, by the time it's over, like I freaking feel it in my calves. Whew. Yeah, so Raven, the other thing is if you're stretching, say like you're stretching your calves or you're stretching like literally anything, lower body, just try like moving your feet a little bit or like flexing your toes up, flexing them down, flexing them up, flexing them down. It can completely change how a stretch hits. Paul, we're doing okay. We're getting through it, baby. We're I think this is going to be kind of a slow workout today. I'm going to try to keep it intense, but I'm a little sore and my feet hurt. So size 10 feet, size 2 toes, may as well be nubs. Wait, toes have sizes? I've never known about that. Corday dealing with some tendon issues. Oh, damn. Okay. We'll get after it, Wingnut. What's your cardio machine of choice? Do you get on the bike? Toe spacers, it's kind of like a passive, it's like essentially the same thing that you would be trying to do with yoga. Or with toe yoga, of like strengthening like you're trying to set the muscles in your feet to have a more neutral resting state, but you're doing it in a passive way. So it's kind of like those Achilles, the plantar fasciitis stretching boots that people wear when they have a really bad plantar, that like kind of holds your calf in that stretched position. That's basically what toe spacers do, except for your feet. Oh. Whew. Whew. Paul, it has been a week. Paul, before I forget, if you can hear me, I just want to let you know, whenever you stop by in my evening streams, that means a lot, buddy. I know it's really late for you. Same goes to Sirely, if you can hear me, and like anyone over in the UK areas. When we're streaming at like 6 p.m. Eastern time here, it's just I don't want to ever not express appreciation for that. Ugh. Andy, welcome in. Jim Rodents, welcome in. Ugh. Whew. Okay, Lars, that's good. I was thinking that I was unaware of some, like, you know what, actually, someone probably has made a toe tier list that involves some sizing. See, toe yoga is just like in my brain this week because I was talking to Sweet Lou about it. And the video that I sent him of, like, here's an example of someone kind of walking through some toe yoga. And it was a woman, a conventionally attractive woman, doing a 1.5-minute long video showing her feet. Now, if you've been on the internet for at least a week, you might imagine what the comment section looked like. You might think, I wonder if, and the answer is yes. Unfortunately. Yeah. Weaky feet. Hey, listen. I'm not yucking anyone's yum, okay? If feet's your thing, great. But also, if someone is making an exercise video on the internet, please leave women alone. Thank you very much. Wingnut, I might be getting on the bike today. I don't know. Wifey wants to go to the gym after work, and so I'm gonna go with her to support her, and maybe add just a little bit of shoulder volume. But I might also just do a little bit of cardio, because I do like throwing on a podcast and getting on the elliptical, or even better, if I can like play video games on an elliptical. That's a little more challenging. All right, we're gonna do these this first set in my standard shoes. And we'll add a little weight on as we warm up. We're gonna progress up to 245. At which point, nope, I forgot what I was gonna say. We're gonna progress up to 245. That's our working weight. I'm gonna give myself an extra warm-up set today because of how things have been going. All of my sets. My trainer thinks I'm sandbagging, but really, I think I just take a little bit longer to warm up nowadays. Nothing wrong with that. So there is. Oh, that's totally okay. Oh, I didn't know it was a thing. Okay. Toby Eanes. Ah, that's a good one. I don't know that I could think of further drag names for people that are into feet, but listen. If you're ever wondering, can I make money on the internet? That market is there. Just throwing it out there.
I look like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. If I look like I know what a JPEG is, I just
Scorn body.
want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Oh my god. Welcome in, my dude. Welcome in, Brandon. Welcome in, Raiders. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hang tight. Oh, that ass to grass was just for you. Raiders, welcome in. My name is Joe. I go by Cool Runnings here on Twitch. I use he, him pronouns. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, we lift weights. Tuesdays and Sundays, play video games all the time. We are an inclusive community, all about getting moving in the ways that work for you, and enjoying rad stories together. Brando, how was your wow and cardio? Whew. You got a raid and run? Totally get it. Thank you, Anon, for the follow. And welcome to the community. We are doing a slow-ish warm-up to 245 on squats. Because my strength just really has not developed in the way that I thought it would. So we're just going to keep working hard. Should be fine. Everything's fine. I'm not coping. Not me, not ever. Welcome in, Scorned. Can confirm. Oh my gosh, yes. Dude, 100%, Chris. Every once in a while, I dip back into passes just to see my messages, and I have not put that out there in a while. Drew P. Gusset, Buck. God, I'm not reading all of those. Hey, of course, Jordan. Have a good day. And Scorned, have a great one. Enjoy the time with your daughter. We'll be squatting. Also, I love that you're doing a daddy-daughter date on a Friday. That's beautiful. All right. The pre is down. Long live the pre. We'll get one more warm-up set in, and we'll bop up to 245. Fun fact, you don't really need to rest between your warm-up sets. I'm just a catty Cathy. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm just a chatty Cathy. I am a voluminous Catherine. That doesn't mean the same thing. Oh. Oh. I'll be honest with y'all. I am not looking forward to this next set. I am not wild about squats today, how this is feeling. Maybe we'll turn it around. Catty Chathy. Curly squats. Benchy press. What up, Pablo? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Does that say Pablo PLG? Are you a power lifter? I did one powerlifting style block for like 12 weeks at the end of my last bulk. I guess it was maybe more like 8 weeks. Thinking back, I should know better. And it worked. The programming math on powerlifting is it's ridiculous what can happen to your strength when you just focus on that instead of hypertrophy. Welcome back, Sirely. Whew. I'm gonna go get some water. And actually, you know what? I need a baño break. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some water, catch the bathroom, and I will be right back. See you in a second. All right, welcome back. Ooh, I don't want to. I don't want to. I do want to. I'm here to enjoy it. Oh, shit. Before I forget. It's that little marker. Here we go. All right. Man, should be going for 7 today. Should be going for 8. See how it feels. Oh, did I eat enough yesterday? Feels like no. Okay, I did get stronger. Fine. 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 Whew. I'll take the extra rep. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. Hard reset on the brain, huh? Now we're warm. Now we're warm. We can do whatever we want. I got a haircut. Whew. That's like one of those things that, if I can get myself to get a haircut every 2 months, gold star. 6 weeks this time. So good.
Like
Yep, that's not what it says.
Is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
I don't know why Flanders is showing, but whatever.
I look like I know what a JPEG is.
I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Raiders! Welcome in. Welcome in, church. Thank you so much for the raid. Thanks for bringing your community over here. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Joe. Cool runnings. Pronouns he, him. Lifting weights Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Church, how was your stream? Thanks for bringing the gang over. Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Oh, I did not mean to open that. Is that an AI program? What is a Microsoft Copilot? That's one of those things that somehow got installed on my PC that I'm guessing that's like one of those remote things. How's everything with you? Church, it's good. It's good. I mean, the week has not been overall wonderful for me and my country, but I mean, like, the real answer is that I'm terrified for my friends and the people that I care about, and what's going to happen in the next 4 years. I like our planet and stuff. And the continual, like, progression of Gen Z dudes voting red. Like, that kind of stuff terrifies me. But as far as how I'm doing today, I had a great breakfast. I got some work done before I got this lift in. And I'm here. I'm here, baby. We're doing it. Whew. What were you doing on stream today, church? Oh. Oh. Ah. 8. We'll belt up for the last one.
Keeping it 100p. That's right. I'm gonna be honest, if nothing else. I had this reflection about how, like, I think I've been softer on certain things over the last couple of years than I'd like to be when I have some very strong feelings. Mutant Year Zero. I've not heard of that one. I love a good post-apocalypse, though. Well, thanks for bringing a gang over. Man. All right. We got one more set. We'll belt up. Wake up, brain. Then we'll do some sumo. We push with the legs. We pull with the legs. We dip with our hips. Woo! It's a fun game. Does it have some good progression? I feel like that is a necessity for me in games nowadays. I played this I got a free key for this game called Kill Knight. And like the gameplay was fun, but it was like true arcade shooter and like rogue-like in the sense that there was no progression. So you didn't really get any benefits for, you know, playing longer, making progress. Like there was a pretty small progression arc, but it was too small. It's like you could, in the hour that I played, I unlocked one thing, and it was just wasn't enough for me, you know? Like, I try to think that I'm not a anti-delayed gratification by any means, but I do need a little bit to keep me going, especially when nowadays, like when I play video games, it's either going to be for like 30 minutes at the end of the night, or, you know, jumping into stream and playing it on stream. So I just need I need a little something. I need a little hook. And I own that is an imperfection. But everyone has their tastes. Excuse me. Someone sent me a DM. All right, we got one more set of squats. I thought about doing a drop set today, but I think I'm going to be progressing next week. Sweet Lou is doing my training. And I have a feeling we're going to be making some shifts based on what he said. I think we might be doing more of a strength-focused block. Oh, no, I need some more music. I need something that isn't soft 90s Green Day. Not that there's anything wrong with Green Day. I mean, there kind of are some things wrong with Green Day. If you go back and listen to American Idiot, somewhat problematic. Lars, have a great day. Thanks for popping in, saying hello. Woo! Ugh. You know, they just they got their message across in the time that they were popular. And some of it just doesn't vibe anymore. Come on. Fine. Hey, Byron. Dan, you gotta speak your mind here, buddy. Oh. 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 Okay. Had a great nap till now. Great. Gotta have a little treat from once. Gotta have a little treat once in a while. Fried food every day? Probably not. Fried food on occasion, followed by a dope nap. Oh yeah. Fried food not followed by a dope nap. Oh yeah. Whew. Oh. Ooh. Hi, Cornelius. Yeah, I heard about Big Lenny last week. Have a good one, church. Thanks for the raid. Fried food every meal. Dan, it's okay. You can disagree with me. Actually, you know what? Can I go off on something? I think that particular album, like, pushed a little button in my brain. Oh, well, thank you. Whichever mod did that. Big Lenny did die last week. Might have been the week before, but I don't know if that's like a dog whistle now. But oh. Oh. Woo. That's all good. So I had to look up who he was too. No, Dan, I appreciate it. Like, better safe than sorry. Big Lenny was someone who was a competitive bodybuilder that, like, apparently had this just massive chest cavity and like a very big belly. Yeah, if you're gonna look it up, but I don't know what any of the other associations were. I just like heard that he died. Anyway, if there's some weird like right-wing shit going on there, we can just kind of let it go. Oh. Woof. Morning, Push. Yeah, I'm sure there's more there than I know, Cornelius, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Can I get a shout for Push Me Some Weight, please? Push, how was the workout today, dude? Yes. Yeah. He was like the poster dude for this is what happens when you just completely abuse steroids. And like the danger of it. And like frankly, him living as long as he did. Damn it, I said I was gonna move. Ugh. Woo! Too quick. Thanks, Dan. So we're gonna get some sumo in. And you know what? I probably should just throw my pants back on. My pants. Yeah. You know, there are a lot of athletes out there that are using performance enhancing drugs. I am not one of them. The ones that do have varying levels of transparency around it. And if that's something you want to explore as an individual, including the risks, I'm going to, here, I'll make my stance clear. Don't do it. My stance, don't do it. If you ever consider, could I Could I get there a little bit faster by taking a little something? Don't do it. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Shit's dangerous. Shit's dangerous in the short term, dangerous in the long term. Long-term impacts to your heart, to your hormones. But yeah. And see, like TRT is something completely different, right? There's the difference between TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, and gosh, what's the other acronym? I mean, there's a difference between TRT because you have reduced T levels, which can be genetic, which can be caused by a number of lifestyle factors, and just like blasting, you know. HRT, thank you. Yeah. Most drugs are those drugs are bad. Drugs are bad, okay? Well, then you can go ahead and do that if you want to, okay? Okay. Hypogonadism is one of the side effects. Y'all weren't familiar. I may need to wear my shoes so my feet don't slip. All right. Let's see if we can actually sit back this week. Okay. Should we listen to the California Raisins song? Mind if I ask what you're going to do with your Twitter account? Yeah, so I really want to just get rid of it. That's what I would like to do. I have not spent time on Twitter in the last 2 weeks. Except for maybe the occasional, like, going to support something that someone was like, please boost. But I would like to transition to Blue Sky, to just using Blue Sky and Threads. But I just have not been able to find the time to do it yet. Which is a poor excuse, you know? Ugh. Pretty poor excuse, but I just wanna get it out of my life. Have it to support friends. Yeah. Put some shoes on. Volume down, phone close to face. Dude, 100%. I don't know. That was the first thing when, like, I set up a Twitter. I was like, okay, this is going to be kind of like Instagram. There's going to be like some sort of content guideline around things. But when I went into Twitter after, like, I think it's because, like, I do try to follow some people who have put content out there to support them, right? There's no other way for me to say this. Threads ain't bad. I was mad about Threads initially, but I was mad about Threads because I kept hearing that, like, if you set up a Threads account, it defaults to putting just like your other meta information out there, and that did kind of scare some people. But I did not have that experience, and I have not done much of anything on Threads. I posted a couple of things, I think, if even. Lock the back in, lean back into the deadlifts. I hope that wasn't too loud. Sorry if that beat up anyone's ears. Mic down! We'll just pull it off for the next couple of sets. Should I do this the lazy way? Nah. Need to rest anyway. Might as well move. Yeah, I'm all done with tweet. I'm gonna try to wipe my Twitter account before deactivating it. So, from personal experience, and it may have changed, but I had like an old Twitter account from what I discovered was very old that I could not access due to I couldn't get into the email to like reset the password. So I had to follow this very convoluted process, which in hindsight I appreciated in case it was someone else trying to get my information. But to just like fully delete the account. It's like I want the account deleted and everything on there deleted. And that was like during the big Twitter shakeup time, I think, when I found out that this was a thing. I don't know, the timeline's all running together for me. Whew. But yeah, let me just say, Chris, I fully support that choice. Anyone else who is deciding to get away from any social media platform, including this one, you know? Like, Twitch is my bread and butter with regard to online content nowadays. But I am always, like, fully encouraging if someone's like, yo, this is messing my brain up, I need to go. I think that that's healthy and normal. And I support you. Whoa. Whew. It's time for waffle. You know, someone might create a fake account. That's the only one for you on there. That's a good point. Yeah. That does open the floodgates for some weird stuff. Also, weird time for the socials to pop back in. Do you want to know where everyone will go? So I'm going to go to Blue Sky at some point. Which was invite only. And I think now is open. Did not realize how hungry I was. It is open. Okay. Word. Billy, welcome in, buddy. How are you doing? Can I get a shout for Billy 2 Turnt, please? How you been, my guy? Old school Twitter? Yeah. You know? I don't actually know the answer to that question, Chris. I know I probably should if I'm giving it an endorsement. But it's not the person who owns Twitter. And I think that that's good enough for me at the moment. I don't like it. Maybe I will sometime. Ooh, no Gen AI. That's a bonus. Quad. Have a good day, buddy. Get that food. Eggs. Eggs. I had eggs for breakfast. Fantastic. Oh, it was started by OG Twitter folks. Okay. Word. Yeah, my Tumblr days are over. Have fun. I ain't going back. I can't go back to Tumblr. I can't do it. I'm alright, Billy. The week has been a mixed bag. For sure. But we're getting through it, you know? On top of everything else, I wish work was a little less busy. Good amount of engagement on Tumblr. Maybe I should consider bringing it back. I trust your taste in social media, Chris. And especially if I'm ditching Twitter, it wouldn't be bad to get something else that could pick up a little bit of steam. Hope next week is better. Oh, I'm choking on the waffle. Waffle choking, I'm sorry. Kind of like the ass thing. The ass thing is fun. When I used to use Twitter as just not someone who posted, but someone who followed and like participated. Those threads were a lot of fun to follow along with. Cup of egg whites and a big bowl of rice crispy. Man. These are delicious. But I always do get a little bit of the crumblies. Whew. Death by waffle. That's how I want to go. Josh, what's up, dude? Welcome in. How are you recovering? Your marathon was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? How are you feeling, buddy? Let's pick jams. I'm just gonna keep picking stuff I want for sets. Hope that doesn't bother anybody. So, for like actual Stroop waffles, yes. For fitness Stroop waffles, no. Like the whole idea with these is like in the middle of a long run or in the middle of a long ride, you can just kind of pluck them out and chow them down. Which again, they're delicious. They're great. Stomach does feel pretty good on them most times, but every once in a while, just a little too crumbly, and I do have a little choke. All right, let's do for another set of 10. We'll strap up for our last set. See if we can get some extra reps from doing so. All right, let's try ring finger on the knurls. Nope, almost forgot. Work in progress. See you later, Billy. Nope. I need a second. Oh, man. You know, there was a while where I'd scroll through Instagram and I'd see these videos of people deadlifting, and then like the system reset happens and they just collapse. I'm like, how does this happen? And I do a set like that. And oh boy. Oh boy. How's the strength felt in this bulk phase? Honestly, Josh, really good. I've had some skill stuff come along. Like some lifts I'm just a little more comfortable with now that I'm doing them more regularly. But it's been great. My weight hasn't moved the last week, which is not great, but I need to eat up a little bit more. Olton, welcome in, dude. Dan, thank you for the shout for Olton. Oh, okay. We're almost back to normal. No, it is scary, Chris. It's like, at first I thought it was scary. Then I thought it was kind of funny the way that people were doing compilations, and it's like, when someone posts,
JPEG is, I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. Hot dog. If I look like I know what
Olton, it's going great, buddy.
is, I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Holy cow. Holy cow, Zachbot, welcome in, Raiders. Raiders, hey. Raiders, hi, my name is Joe. I go by Cool Runnings here on Twitch. He, him pronouns. We lift weights Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Wednesdays and Sundays, we play video games all the time. We're an inclusive community all about getting moving in the ways of work for you and enjoying rad stars together. Anna, Amanda Banana, welcome in. Thank you so much. Zach, Brawl, Hacker Jacked. How was the workout? Do tell. Raiders, welcome in. Zach, if you got a raid and run, I understand. Raiders, make sure you're taking care of yourselves. We got a great gang in here today. Bolton, how are your gains going, dude? Good to see you. We got one more set of sumo deadlifts, and it has taken me forever and a half to get here. Oh, you are welcome. Do you want me, should we progress to like other fruit combinations? I don't know. Glasses Rhoda Chic. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it off in a moment here for this last set. Zach, do you want tarps off for the last set? I didn't mess up. No, of course you didn't. You never would. You'd never mess up a raid. Father-in-law calls me Amanda Panda. That ain't bad. But I want to hear the pain. You'll be able to hear it. It'll just be like you're hearing it through a tin can, basically. All right. We're gonna go no belt, but we will use strappies. Because I think my problem is somewhat postural. Atmospheric pain. I did get a haircut. Thank you for noticing. Hell yeah. Thank you for being the first person to notice. I totally did that thing to my wife yesterday where I like waited the entire day, and then right before we went to bed I was like, hey, it's okay, there's no wrong answer to this, but did you notice that I got a haircut? She's like, no. Or I thought maybe you did. She's also 25 weeks pregnant, so you know.
My wife.
Thank you. Can't falter too much. Oh, I'm here. Welcome in, zombie. Did you hear the lower back scream in Aghanim? Aghanim? Wasn't that like a Final Fantasy? No, that was a Zelda villain, I think. Oh. Is that Zach? Wait, did you have a long hair era? Was I around for this? Oh. All right. Put the shirt back on now. Back. Thanks for the raid, dude. Appreciate you, buddy. We're gonna do some front foot elevated. Oh. Front foot elevated reverse lunges. I have no idea how much weight to use for these. Calling a little bit of an audible because I need a little bit more. No, I was gonna take my pants off. Oh yes, Lauren is making a human. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. She's like already started trying to apologize for pregnancy brain stuff, and I've had to shut that down. Like, listen, if that's how you want to process, that's okay. And like, if you want to joke about it, I'll joke about it with you. But you are not allowed to have like actual hard feelings about it. Sorry, that's not what I mean. Like please don't feel like you actually need to apologize to me. Like, you can feel your feelings, but so sumo is not my go-to, Olson. I'm much more of a conventional guy. And on the current program I'm using, I'm alternating each week either sumo or deficit deadlift on Fridays, which has been fun because when you get a really good hard set in on either, and then you take a little bit of time to rest, but you're still doing other
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
leg movements.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Anna!
Stupid sexy Flanders.
Thank you so much for the gift sub, Hackerjacks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for supporting my family. But yeah, I've never really been about sumo. But I'm also not against sumo. I am not part of the sumo is cheating crowd. I am a part of the sumo is a variation crowd. It's like, it probably would be pretty backwards if, like, I don't know, IPF was like, hey, you can do RDLs for this competition. But I think sumo is a little bit different because you still got to break the floor. And I don't care what stance someone is using. If they're picking up 700 pounds off the ground, that's a dub is a dub, yo. But that's just from the perspective of little old me. Little old bodybuilder boy. Yeah, Alton, they're fun to learn. Like I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but like when you've been lifting for a long time, and by a long time I mean like longer than a year, I'll say that arbitrarily, and you start mixing in, like trying to learn new movements or get reacquainted with old movements that you haven't been doing in a while, like you learn so many new things about the way that your body moves. So like that's definitely me with sumo, as I go in and out of it, and it's not a, like the progression has not been linear, but when I look at my numbers and my physique over the last number of years, like we are progressing in one way or another. Covering for someone on maternity leave. Forgot to mention half the stuff I need to cover. Oh no. Well, hey, you know what? It's company's problem. Like truly. It's not her problem. It's company's problem. I know you weren't saying that it's her problem. That is frustrating, but I feel like I'm finally getting intense into my workout since TC. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, that turnaround, like once you spend quite a bit of time in a deficit, and it's funny that Lou just shows up now. When you spend quite a bit of time in a deficit, and then you turn around and you're like, you get a little more food in you, and you start to feel safe working out hard again. It's an amazing feeling. I'm second guessing what I chose today, because I just did sumos. If I do reverse lunges, I'm gonna beat up my adductors, but IDK. Looking at the old photos, such a confidence boost. Yeah, dude. I mean, hey, we can take an intermission. I think I have an old photo in here. There's one that I like to pull up whenever I'm feeling like, whenever I feel like I haven't progressed over the last however many years of just like running, lifting, what have you. One, I remember that I'm a natty and it's okay. Two, let's see if I can find this bad boy. Is it in here? No. Is it in here? No. Maybe I don't have it. I have so many like anatomy diagrams saved on this computer. Kind of wild. Yeah, I found it. I found some good ones. Ass gonna be tender? Do it. I will. I will. I'll take that. All right. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I have to edit this photo. To just get some things covered up, but hang on. Do. So yeah, we'll just look at this first. All right. Y'all ready? Something's done? What? What? Okay. It's good to keep your progress photos, and I will try to illustrate why. And this always feels like a little bit of a victory lap, but I think like in the time that we're in right now, it's important to kind of take stock of the wins. Hello? Great. There's acting up. So here's some yesteryear. I do not know like how long ago this was in terms of years, and I won't say so. But check out that chin strap. Check out that form. Check that shit out. Oh, Robbie, calm down. What? What? Why? The chin strap gives the date. So this is actually a somewhat linear progression here, right? Baby Joe. I'm pretty sure. Here's me freshman year doing the nuggy challenge with some friends. And I think it was the 100 nugget challenge at the time. So we all went over to ye old local McDonald's and decided to take on the challenge. And it was just a different time. It was just a different time. But then here's Lauren and I running a Tough Mudder together. This is less of a progress photo and more of just like one of my favorite pictures of all time of us together. And that was we both basically ran 10 miles. And this was a portion of the race where like your partner had to pick you up and carry you. It was like a 50-50 carry thing. But this is the one that I really like looking back at, of like whenever I think, you know what, I haven't made that much progress, just like looking at pictures from day to day and from year to year. This was from my first marathon, and I ran a time of 3:45, I think. And I want to say I was weighing in around 163, 164 pounds. I don't know for sure, but I was much smaller. And since then, I'm running faster, and I'm about 20 pounds heavier. So it's important to look back, see where you made some progress, and also to share that with others. Tiger, welcome in. How you doing, buddy? So listen, don't get me wrong, 100 nuggies was a very good time. I will not lie to you. I did have fun taking on that challenge with friends. But when I look back on just like what has changed about life intake, activity, I was very inactive at that time. Tiger, you are entitled to a nibble. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna stop at 15. We'll wait 15 seconds. Do the other leg. Hey, that's okay, Tiger. Do what you gotta do to take care of yourself, buddy. I'll hydrate in just a moment. Ugh. Oh, gonna have to go up. Oh, Tiger. I will roll after we do this last set of legs, but I really want your help with remembering, okay? I appreciate it. I'm so scatterbrained lately. Hold the phone. 10 nuggets for $1? Shit, dude. That's such a good deal. I really do want to go to Taco Bell, though. Robbie, hope you're holding up all right. Ooh. Lou, did you have a chin strap at the same time? The chin strap was and is iconic. I don't think it's I don't mean to dunk on the chin strap, but I was in a different place. Whew. Finally warmed up enough. Yeah. You know, I was actually frustrated for a number of years with like how my beard filled in. And like part of it just took getting older, but part of it also was just like genetic, right? I'm starting to miss the mustache a little bit. I don't miss the maintenance of the mustache, but I miss the concept of the mustache for sure. Sweet Lou, if you can hear me, I wanted to ask you about tricep work today, and if you want me to try to work something in that's not. I was gonna do kickbacks, but oh, thank you, Robbie. You know, the other thing is, this area right here on both sides of my face. That's where my grays grow in. So if I do the mustache, I dodge the grays. Yeah, I'm definitely listen, if I somehow get to the day of the birth of my child and I have a beard instead of a mustache, something's wrong. Like something is wrong, friends. I must ask you a question. What up, Jazzy? How we doing? Welcome in, Rage Jazzy. Tiger, can you give a shout for Jazzy? If you don't mind. If you don't mind. Jazzy is, I would say at this point, a longtime friend of the stream. Loves memes, loves dreams. Got memes, got dreams. And hang on to your butts. I should know it, but I should know better. I should know. Tiger, thank you. But Jazzy, welcome, man. I hope you've had an okay week, considering the circumstances. It's like the people who made Arcane just knew. They just knew. They're ready to do the release on a Saturday night after a really shitty week. So I haven't recapped anything. Doing our best, and that's all we can do. That's right, Jazzy. That's right. Gotta take care of yourself on a rough time. Welcome in, Esther. We are gluting. We're attempting to. I'm gonna try doing this with 60s. I think my grip might give out before anything else does. But I'll try anyway. Hang on. Welcome in, Esther. Uh-oh. Oh. Man, that weird little feeling in my left glute just came back right at the end there. Had to stop. Welcome in, Robes. Thanks for the lurk. Will I treat myself some sushi? Ooh. I haven't had sushi in a while. I haven't had sushi since TwitchCon. Pregnant wife means no sushi. It's fine. Really? Interesting. Interesting. We are synchronized. Cold coffee. Styly, can you put it in the microwave? That's how you know. That's how you know you've entered your 30s. When you start microwaving your coffee. Don't microwave your Ember mug. Your Ember mug should handle it for you. You have no microwave. Damn. That is a staple of the American household. I feel like you can get yourself a microwave for like $5 in the US. Which is good. I do miss sushi. Me and my spicy California roll, which has some of the worst macros of sushi, but I love it. I love it dearly. The Ember mug is so good. Big shouts to the community for gifting me one on Throne. And you know what? I'm having some terrible feelings right now. Hang on a second. Okay, it was Anna. That's right. It was Paul that told me to put it on my list. And then it was Anesthesia who purchased it for us. I got the two confused. Oh. Here's one on pop. You doing No Shave November? Ooh woo. Ooh woo. Yeah, so someone asked earlier if I was doing a Movember fundraiser. And I know it's kind of weird that I haven't done one because I'm a facial hair fundraiser. Sorry, I'm a dude who does fundraising that has facial hair, but I've never done a Movember fundraiser, you know? And that's a little strange. But we've also been fundraising for some other things. It's not that I don't think it's important. I really do. But I don't want to I don't want to exhaust the community by asking too much. But maybe that's just not generous of me in my thinking. I know, it's so kind, Jazzy. Supermarket Deli makes little sushi plates. Spicy tuna roll is usually my go-to. That's really good for a spicy tuna roll. Man. Some of our grocery store sushi is pretty good. So Esther has a beard? Esther, I really need to, I really want to see these photos. Are you going to be putting it on Instagram? Max and Min, you know, honestly, Lou, I've had a dull ache in my right glute for the last, I've had a dull ache in my right glute med and in my left glute minimus. Like, that's starting to come back around. And that's one of the reasons why, I've just been doing a lot of stretching this last week. I actually wanted to talk to you about doing a lower body deload next week. I'm gonna try not to scream. One more. I'm pretty sure it's ass. Pretty sure it's not nerve. There might be some nerve stuff going on. Man, I can't stop yawning. We are all 100% ass here. That's where we stop. Yep. Not trying to overload that right now. Welcome back, Dan. I'll be okay with 10 on that and dropping a set. If I was doing leg extensions, I would pound those. I might do some tonight, actually. I might get out of the machine. Let go when I go to the gym with wifey. So we're gonna do alternating dumbbell curls. Try some kickback. Yeah, thank you, Tiger. Get him. Get him. But I told Tiger we would roll, so let's roll. There goes my ear. It's like my subconscious just knew that I was going to be done with my lunges. My booty has unclenched itself. Yeah, so there are some like on-stream things that I get really self-conscious about. It's like, I'm really careful about eating. Yeah, upper feels fine. And I was listening to the 3DMJ episode about deloading, and like Brad Loomis with his love of different deload strategies. So there's two things, Lou. First thing is, I am going to be taking a trip in 5 weeks, and I will be away from a weight room. So I'd like to target a deload for that time. Second thing is, I am probably going to work out with Zach and Holder next week, upper body again. And I don't want to be on a deload when that's happening. So otherwise, I would say, like, maybe I should just do a full body deload. Those are like the two main things. Also, my lower body is feeling cooked, which makes sense from the running. If anyone wonders what I'm doing on the roller right now, I'm trying to open up the space to get a little more tension on my medial glute and my glute minimus. So I'm crossing my right leg over my left to kind of extend at the hip a little bit more. I mean, I'm flexing the hip, but I'm extending the booty to open up that muscle a little bit more so I can just kind of get in there and sit on it. I'm going to sit there 30 seconds. I don't know why I wear these glasses. I can't read chat from here. I can see that Lou said something, but can't see what he said. I'm just gonna get my phone. Oh. How dare you? Yes. Yeah. That's it. I mean, because I'm not going to be able to do full workouts where we're going. Like, there is a gym at the hotel, and it's an okay gym. Like, they have a functional trainer, but I'm not going to be able to do like heavy stuff. So. Dude. Whew. Dan, how's your work day going, buddy? Hope everything's okay with your colleagues. Option B, deload in 5 weeks if upper is fine. Okay. All right. Yeah. I won't be able to push with the boys. Not against deloading every 4th or 7th week. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm good with that, Lou. Yesterday was hard. Had one-on-ones, was just emotional. I get that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Rad. Yeah, that's cool. So we'll do a lower body deload next week. I'll cut down on my run volume. And we'll cut down on the Lego volume / just go a little bit lighter. Take a recovery week. I'll try to put that time towards mobility and stretching. And then the following week, we'll do an upper body deload. We'll train hard for 2 weeks, and then I'll go on vacation. And then we'll see about what happens after that. We'll probably start another progression. Tiger, thanks for the roll. Much needed. Even if I wasn't going to admit that I needed it. Though I am getting cold. Yeah, so at my work, we had a conversation circle, and we'd been preparing to do this for quite a long time. But it was basically just a session where we went circle style, and everyone was just there to listen to what other people had to say. And just like the vast majority of the people in the room were of the same political opinion. Pretty much just the like, yeah, this fucking sucks. And I'm scared and I don't understand. And the maybe like 2 or 3 people that were not of that opinion did not want to speak at all. So, fun times. No, we can talk about it, Lou. I don't mind talking about it right now because I think it benefits other folks that may be interested in learning about deloading strategies or like why deloading is important. But if it's easier for you to talk about it later, because I'm asking you for help, you can be like, yeah, this is better served not in the situation where one of us is speaking and the other one is typing. 1, 2. Oh, I'm starting to get lazy. I can feel that. It's that little feeling in my brain. It's like, you're good. Ah. No, I need these. What am I doing? Oh. Deload strats, half volume, half intensity, reduce volume and intensity. Yeah, so Lou, what I've typically done is cut 1 to 2 sets and cut load down to like 60 to 70%. And frankly, I'm willing to try anything because sometimes my deloads work and sometimes they don't. Sometimes I just feel worse. And I think those weeks are usually because I don't cut enough and I don't get good enough sleep. Say you got a friend that joined the Coast Guard and you're worried about him? Whew. I would hope that among everything that's going to happen, that care for veterans is something that doesn't get completely axed, you know? I was going to do kickbacks, but I'm going to keep doing... Dag nabbit. I love you, Doja Cat. I'm not vibing on the song right now. Whew. It's during, yeah. No, I get that, Sirely. It's okay to be scared right now. I don't know if anyone needs to hear this, but it's okay to just like not... It's okay to not know why you're scared, but to be scared. Like or like not know why you're angry, but to be angry. Like don't stay there. Don't stay in that space. I'm not saying that you don't know, but for anyone else. Strength, I like it a little less. So do that, take the load further down to 50, 60, cut intensifiers, take a movement out. Yeah, no, that makes sense, Lou. Absolutely makes sense. Easy peasy. And we'll just get plenty of food. That'll be the goal. We're gonna call this 7 plus 3. And I'm gonna drop the weight. As much as I really, really do want to be able to do skull crushers with more weight, it is just not feeling good on that elbow. And that's not the kind of thing I want to push through, you know? Actually, no. So we're fine here. I'm going to keep it at 35 for curls. And then for 35 for curls, 30 for skull crushers. One, two, 3, 6, 7. Come on. 7. Ah! Skull Crushers. Occasionally I feel bad about doing the same shit I've been doing. But the only way you can get better at something is if you keep doing it. So, boring can be very effective. And that's my cope. Follow me for more copes. Oh. Man, that is a world of difference. Ah. 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 Oh, yeah. There that goes. I'll fucking do it again. Stuff falling all over the place. So this weekend, I am breaking down a cabinet in the basement, cutting it up into pieces to take to the dump. That's one of my goals. We'll see if I actually get it done. Oh, I'll take a mental break from tracking. Hell yeah. At least, I've been doing like 1 to 2 days a week, and it's felt pretty good, Lou. Well, Max, your mom and I, we don't get busy. We don't have sex. We fuck. That lives in my brain rent-free. Well, it's going to be kind of boring, Tiger, because I'm not going to be able to just bash the shit out of it because it's in the basement. So I have to, like, cut it up into small pieces and undo screws. I could just try to beat it up, but let's see here. All right. It's going to work today. Hell yeah. We're working now? Yes. Okay. So here's the nutrition outlook for the last couple of weeks. This is not good. When you're on a bulk, this right here, that's not good. I'm weighing in every other day. This, however, this is fine, right? A month or a single pound or 3 pounds over a month. Like, that's pretty good. 3 months, dipping at TwitchCon and then jumping back up. And then 6 months coming from the show up to here. We're basically like 10 pounds above what we were. Well, actually, that's not right. Yeah, I wish MacroFactor let you do a little more customization on this. Oh, they do now. Oh, that's beautiful. I did not know. Hello, welcome back, Zekbot. Zekbet. But nutrition's been okay. I think I've been a little imperfect about tracking. I probably like yesterday I got up to like 3,700 calories when I was being really honest. Yeah, three in a month ain't bad. And like looking at scale weight, it's a little bit different, right? Like you see a completely different breakdown from just the up and down of things. It's why like sticking to your macros and sticking to your plan can be super duper important, because There are going to be times where your weight just fluctuates because of water, because of sleep, because of sodium intake. When you start a diet, it's going to drop really quickly if you're sticking to it. Ugh. Zach, do you want to I meant to ask. I didn't jump in on TikTok, but how did WifeBot's first stream go? Were there roses? My first TikTok live stream sucked absolute beans, numbers wise. So I hope she had a good experience. Ugh. Ugh. Don't feel good about how the curls are going. Why can't I do them better? Is it form? Is it strength? Is it the fact that my grip is all burnt out after doing so many leggies on so many pulls? What is it? I'm searching for the answers, but I'm not finding them. I just want to put on like 10 pounds of muscle after training for 8 weeks. Is that so much to ask? I don't want to put on 10 pounds in 8 weeks. I want to put on 10 pounds of muscle in 8 weeks. Is that so much to ask? Lost count. Come on. That's fine. This is fine. That's fine. Oh. How consistent is your protein intake? Pretty good. I've been hitting somewhere between 160. No, I would say at least 170 every day. Sometimes up to 210. So protein intake has been good. It's everything else. Post-workout PBJ, hell yeah. 30 minutes. Saw how easy it was to start. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like on Twitch you have to do a lot of like rigmarole to get a stream started. And on TikTok you just hit live. And people just like start scrolling past. So. Ah, yes. The one pump bum. The one pump C bum. Oh yeah. I'm going to do open bodybuilding now. I'm all done with classic physique. Yeah, he's freaking huge, so it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna say we drop down to 12 on that last one. 14. 12. Yeah. Those were basically to failure. I would make that joke, not you. I'm talking about Christopher Bumstead. I'm talking about the greatest classic physique dynastid of our time. Christopher T. Bumstead. You know what I'm really excited for? Like, genuinely? I am so excited for the future of the sport and just like him being, I'll say it, he's the Arnold of our generation, and like it's so rad that he's just gonna that he is just gonna be a part of the game, you know? It was a marketing ploy. I really don't think it was a marketing ploy. I really think that like I see it in two ways. And this is full on like come at me, bro, like armchair quarterback stuff, because I know that I am not as large. My take, if anyone gives a shit, one, he knew that he couldn't keep up the streak forever and that it looks much better to win 6 years in a row and step back. Two, he also like cares about other competitors and wants to create the space for them to succeed. You know? It's like at this point, like think about if you're a judge at the Olympia and you hear that he's coming back for a 7th year. Like you got two choices in that situation. You have like either try your best to put on absolute blinders and be as objective as possible, which is impossible in bodybuilding. But you could also say like, I don't know. I think he definitely looked the best on stage this year, and like that victory was deserved. And I would not want to be the person in the judge's seat who is making the call on whether someone has that continue for them, you know? It's a hard spot to be in, like as a competitor, I would imagine. Because so many people are expecting you to go and do it again. But for some reason, like the number 6 for me really hits as like that's the cap. And that is completely arbitrary. There's no good reason for it. But it's like if you're coming back for a 7th year for something like that, like I feel like that's just everyone's gonna have a chip on their shoulder, including the judges. Like no one's gonna want you to win a 7th time. Oh man. But good for him for continuing in another category. Still gets to do the sport. Still gets to inspire people. Probably still gets to be a good dad. Which he has said is something that's really important to him. One of the judges had him second. I mean, Mike looked great. Was it? It was Mike, right? Mike, I can't remember his actual name. I just know his Instagram handle is Mike the Badass. And like I kind of hate that, but Mike Wazowski. Oh. Mike Wazowski. Are you pregnant, Wazowski? I told you to stay away from restricted doors. Mike Summerfield. Yes. That's it. Thank you. Everyone tries to be the King Ronnie. Well, like, why, though? Why does anybody need to be Ronnie? Maybe I just don't have that level of competitive spirit in my soul. But people love a comeback more than a streak. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, if he takes like a couple years off and comes back around, that would be pretty sick. He like does well in open, and is like, hey, I'm just gonna shrink a little bit. Like he's getting to the point where he's literally like laser targeting with his training. And his trainer is actually able to manipulate to that level. Would be ridiculous. Not that I don't know. Damn. Why does a regular person have to be C-Bum? Hold on, are you saying that C-Bum is a regular person? Are you saying like why bother? I yeah, I don't know. Man, maybe it's just like maybe that's the reason why like at most I will be in like middle management at some point in my life. Because I think about trying to get to like an upper level position where you are a more fierce leader or competitor, and that the idea of that just exhausts me. But like I guess in sport it's a little bit different. Hi Gab. Sure, go ahead. We royally and generally. Oh, why does C-Bum have to be Ronnie Coleman? Same reason why a regular dude wants to be C-Bum. No, you know what? That's true. That's true. I mean, we all just want to be better. And that's fair. That's absolutely fair. I think just in my mind, I kind of draw this line, right? Where there's like, I'm trying to be a better version of myself. And I'm using like realistic goals and standards to set that version of myself. And then there's like, sure, we'll pull back to David Goggins, right? There's like the very far end of that where it's like, I must purge all weakness from every fiber of my being and fully optimize every aspect of my life. So I can win not 6, not 7, but 8 times because someone else did that before. I don't know. If that's what makes you happy, go for it. And please give me feedback if I'm just sounding like an asshole right now. I'm not trying to give anti-motivational speeches. Ah. 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 Planning to come back to generate more interest. Tease it constantly. Keep the income coming. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you're wrong, Zach. I think you're spot on. I think he's got a little something up his sleeve. And I also think there's a chance that he's just like, I have dominated the field of classic physique, and I am ready for someone to come in and take that seat. And it's not just like, take it from me. Like, he looks like so much more of a badass when he hands it to someone. It's like, there is an energy to when he's watching Olympia next year, or when he's in the open class and he's competing there, and other people are on stage taking the W. And he's there, and like, what? No one's gonna say it, but it's like, there is one more spot on the podium that you can take because he's not there. Ah. Ah. Damn it. I'm just smoked, y'all. I mean, he probably has enough money now to live for the rest of his life very comfortably. Supplementing the prize pool, yeah. Yeah, the conversation I heard the other day was like, in open bodybuilding, it was like after Ronnie left, after Ronnie was out, you basically had people going 1 to 2 years at most, if I'm remembering correctly. And that rotation feels, to me, that rotation feels more fun. Like, it's cool to have someone at the top of the sport. No, you're misunderstanding me, Zach. you're sorry. I'm maybe not coming across clearly. I hear what you're saying. What I'm saying is, when you are so good at something, stepping down means that every single person who steps into that first place spot is there because you're allowing it, right? Like, that's an energy that someone can have. It's like, think about the New England Patriots as an example. They just stopped winning, right? maybe that's not a good example. Yeah. Ronnie, Jay, Dexter, Jay. That's right. Phil Heath was the other one who just absolutely, yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure he'll have his own thing. It's coming. Yeah, Big Rami. I wonder if Big Rami's gonna come back around and win. That's a good question. Having the two of them kind of like face off would be amazing. Pull down bar, bench press, some boxes. First, arm and delt purpose. Nice, nice, Gab. I'm glad you got a good workout in. Hey, excuse me, Mr. Camera. I'm here. Yeah, but hey, you know what? Full stop. I am still new to understanding the sport as much as I would like to say otherwise, that I know more. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't think there's anything wrong. Like, even if it is like you stepping down to give space for someone else, I think that takes a lot of pride. I think that takes a lot of like that's a very positive energy thing. Like, that's supporting others in a way of speaking. I know that not everyone's gonna agree with that, but I also have a worldview that supports just a little bit more room for everyone to be ahead. And that doesn't always vibe. Doesn't always vibe. Okay. Let me see. So, time for us to go. We're going to raid combination time. Because we love Tom. We love Tom. Oh, he does. He seems like he's really focused on that. He seems like he's putting his kiddo first, and I got mad respect for that. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Thanks for joining us for a little bit of Lifty Lou. I guess we'll do a quick flex. I didn't do posing. Well, there's some like last minute posing in here, even though the lighting is not great. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us today for a little bit of lift in the gym. I hope that everyone is taking care of themselves throughout the week, that you have some weekend plans to kind of recharge, rest, do things that make you feel good. I'm going to be back on Sunday at 2 o'clock Eastern time. I don't have a plan yet for what games are going to play, but we are going to be playing some games on Sunday, so I hope that you'll consider joining us. In the meantime, I am going to be doing a lot of eating, a lot of resting. There's a small chance we go live with some IRL stuff this weekend. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. But yes, what else am I forgetting? Oh, before I do forget, thank you so much, everyone, for your donations to the Rainbow Railroad on Wednesday's streams. We raised $815, and That just I think picked up both me and a lot of other people. So we're gonna take off and see Domination time. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to someone else. Do a little something that fills your tank this weekend, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye bye.